person. And I want to highlight like master apprentice relationships. Star Wars could be significant. Specifically, maybe uh, like Jango Boba Fett or like Anakin, Ahsoka, or stuff like that. Succession could be significant as energy because this could represent like your relationship to a paternal figure in your own life, father, grandfather, whatever. I just got a notification on like the phone my dad gave me, so that feels significant. You could have been encouraged to walk a specific path in your life through the guidance of a mentor. I want to speak about this mentor person. I'm going to use the Citadel deck to do that because I want to highlight this person's character traits, so you can like more clearly know who I'm talking about. So, who is this mentor character? What is their value to the apprentice character or significance? Who is the mentor? Ooh, nice. Okay, we have the king at the bottom of the deck. It's in the reverse, but it says control and reversal of fortune. And the two cards that came out are the priest in reverse, perseverance and faith. I just thought about that song, son of a preacher man. And then we have the orator in reverse, communication and confidence. So I mean, this definitely could be like some kind of preacher. And then I heard practice what you preach. This guy's like literally holding a skull. And this guy's holding something too, but it's like more energetic. So this whoever this mentor is someone who walks the talk. Like they're not just telling you something, they're also living and doing and being and acting like in that way on a regular basis. So like it's not just enough for this person, this mentor, to have an idea. They also want to live and act in that idea. So if you're someone who just has an idea, then you'll appreciate this person if you're the apprentice because this person is real about how they think. There's not a cognitive dissonance in this person. They're like 100% behind whatever their ideas are. They're willing to communicate those. They have confidence in the way they communicate, and that shows in a way that makes other people maybe even want to lend them power. So they have this mentorship position not only because they like lived and walked and talked in a way of being for so long that they have like respect of people who also live and walk and talk that way, but then also they're extending themselves maybe even in a role to like continue on the message that they have and that they believe in. The king is here, and the pilgrim. So this could have been someone who, and in the air. Wow. This could have been someone who like paved the way for you, or like is an example of your circumstances. Like this could be someone who has lived similarly to you, and that could be like if this isn't someone that you're like related to already. It's like this energy of being scouted by someone who like has struggled through the same things as you. It's like they saw you and they were like, oh, I did that same thing or I lived that same way. Maybe they're like wanting you to change, maybe they're wanting to see you like continue to be that way. But whatever. They're seeing this apprentice person as someone who could inherit their abilities, their power, their position in the future. Okay, cool. Who is this apprentice person? Can I have two so it can be even? Please. I feel like this apprentice person could not be fully developed. I'm getting that. Like they're still figuring it out who they are. Which is why I think they're drawn to this person, like this mentor, because whoever this mentor is, they're good at like presenting and packaging who they are in some way. Like they could be like a public speaker. Like this person reminds me of myself in my role in my community, because it's like I represent this like 13 energy. Like I'm a little bit like wicked, eclectic, whatever, like strange, right? And then I bring my life experiences and what they've taught me to the people who can relate to my brand of strangeness. So I feel like that's what this person, this mentor, is doing. Is they've encapsulated their aura in some way, and when they communicate it, it inspires this apprentice person to maybe want to develop something very similar to this, or maybe the exact opposite of this. Because this mentor doesn't even have to want to be a mentor. They can be mentoring through example by showing what the apprentice person should not be doing. Like, I feel like that could be also occurring here. Okay, so once again, who is this apprentice person? Yeah, the thief. Seizing the moment in selfishness. So like this is someone who's biting swag. Like it's literally coming out underneath the priest. Like I was just talking about. Like whatever this person has to offer, this person wants to gain from that. Like I mentioned, I think in the getting into bed reading that I went live for like first. Someone like giving you an opportunity to do something and wanting to see how you perform in the role of doing it. So it's like this energy of like, hey, like I have this thing that needs to be done, and I want you to do it. And then like while you're doing it, they're like watching you all the way through, and then at the end they're like, like that's what the relationship looks like. Because like the mentor person is gonna want to see if you do it the way that they would do it, maybe, or like if they appreciate and respect the way that the apprentice does it. It doesn't have to be the exact same, but I feel like the mentor will appreciate this person's submission and willingness to like act on behalf of their word, because like they're coming out the priest, so they're a dictator. Literally, like they come out the priest and the orator, so this could definitely be a dictator. Like it could be a very strong authoritative masculine energy that we're speaking of here. Like I almost want to say their way or the highway, but I don't think they would package it that way. I think they would just be like, this is my way and I'm successful. Because there's a lot of gold in this mentor person's energy, which is kind of like when you go to the Olympics, you want the gold medal. So like they have achievements already, so they don't have to say it's my way or the highway. Like there's something about their life and where they've gotten so far that shows that they know something about something. Like they have the method or they have the way. Like the Mandalorian, like they're already a part of the code or like the creed. Like Assassin's Creed, you know the first game, where the dude is like super arrogant and then he ends up like messing things up because he kills too many people. And then the dude's like, dude, this is not our way. Like, how are you doing? And then he has him like do these other like run around store runner missions to pick up the slack, basically, for what he messed up doing before. Okay, what else for the apprentice? Jeez. We have the assassin, holy fuck! We have the assassin here. And then it's ruthlessness and conviction. That was more cards than I really wanted. Then we have the brawler, lack of empathy, and confrontation. And then the muse, generosity and naivety. And the king came out again. So yeah, like the empress wants to be a king. Not the empress. What? That was weird. Because, like, in my mind, I'm kind of picking this up now as being, like, two masculine energies. It doesn't have to be that you're both male, but it does feel like you're, like, whoever this mentor is someone who like is aligned with you in the productivity. So like this could be your professor, your boss, your father. And it could be the craft is as simple as like painting. You know, it's like Bob Ross is your mentor, but it's like Bob Ross is showing you how to paint. He's telling you exactly how to paint, and he expects that you're gonna like have faith in the way that he paints because clearly he's a good painter. He's Bob fucking Ross, you know. And then you're coming in, or like the apprentice is coming in with like a lot more of this like raw energy because I got more than I wanted, and I imagine that like some of this brawler energy, the assassin energy, the thief energy would become more like muted as this person would mature. Because if they were to come to the same position as this mentor, they would not maybe need to be as bright or like as um loud. Because this person's energy just feel like it's a little bit louder. Like the apprentice is looser. We have a thief and an assassin and a brawler. So this apprentice person could have some like there's even like cups on this muse card. Like they could drink. They could. Both of them have skulls. Like the apprentice has this skull for the assassin, and then the mentor has this skull. So like this guy's presenting it, and this guy like is it. What else do I want to say about that? Like one person could be the other person's sword. That reminds me of Berserk. You know, like Griffith and Guts. Like this, I kind of like am picking up on a slight Griffith and Guts energy up in this. It's like I send you to do my dirty work, and then I stand in like as the accomplisher of the goal. Like you are someone I trust to delegate tasks to, because you have like maybe some kind of strength with the brawler and the assassin. So when I allow you to embody my strength, I can remain more in like this idea energy. Because I feel like this mentor person is like has already achieved the execution of their ideas. Now they're just more so the orchestrator of the ideas because they've elevated it, they've matured enough. It's like this rank thing. Like once you get high enough, you don't have to do certain things yourself. And you or the apprentice being this eager to gain person is willing to pick up the slack of this other person. I think that's part of the reason why this works well is because this person, this apprentice is willing to do the things that this priest, this mentor doesn't want to do or doesn't feel like suits their public image. But they still have the ability to lead and guide and be like very directly involved in what this apprentice does because they are the dictator. So I wouldn't be surprised if this apprentice is someone who like has to submit to the code. Like I mentioned Assassin's Creed when the Assassin's Creed came out. Like there is a way of doing things that needs to be maintained in order for things to like not go haywire. In order for you to like avoid being caught or making like human error mistakes. Like the apprentice is being evolved into someone who makes less mistakes, is more of that clean cut person, but has to go through the tougher, rougher, nastier, messier stuff first in order to even have the opportunity to clean themselves up after. So if you're not liking that about this relationship, then this doesn't really seem like the right one for you to be in because I think the thumbnail even is Batman and Robin. So I know there's a lot of like edits on like TikTok about like Nightwing being like, I don't want to be Batman. I thought I wanted to be him, but I don't. And like I feel like that could be a thing that happens here for some of the apprentices is that they might realize that some of the things that they're being asked to do that they don't want to do, and over time they may become burdened by like all the brawling, all the assassinating, and all the thieving. Like at times, and then we have the archer. We have the king and the queen. Fuck. The queen is like right underneath the archer. So this was like missions. It was like someone's getting sent out on missions. And I wouldn't be surprised, like for some of you, if you don't feel like you know you get missions from like some kind of material force, because you're not like an actual soldier. You're kind of like me. I work with the dead, and the priest energy in the order like kind of reminds me of that force in my life. Like where I am not the mentor, I'm also submissive to the higher forces that orchestrate me. So like I even today had to go and visit the graveyard that I work at and spend time with them. Like I drank my morning coffee at the graveyard this morning. So there could be some kind of like some of your mentors may not be tangible. They're just the holders of this energy, which means they could be like some kind of even divine force. You know, like you could have like one of my mentors or one of my role models is like Jesus Christ. I think Jesus is cool as fuck. Like no like bullshit. I think he's cool. So like it could be some kind of non-tangible like idea, kind of inspirational thing. Um, where like there's like an example of an archetype that you admire. It doesn't have to be someone that you even know at all. Okay, so yeah, that's what I have for this. I hope it helped. See you later.